Hey, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakwadash. I want to say that for honest high apostles who are elders who do well. Blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth and sincerity. This for Abimah for the Nebraska campus, GMS in Fort Nebraska, man. I was wanting to do a lesson over a precept, just a precept of the day. And it was based off of just listening to a couple. You listen to these like motivational videos or quotes from fighters and different people that accomplish things. And, someone talking about the little defeats, okay? The little defeats. And, what can happen is, we're going to go to Sirach, chapter 19, verse 1. It says, a laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich. And he that contemneth small things shall fall by little and little. Okay, so I'm gonna get that Sirach in the GNT as well. All right. So we have here. It says, if you do, you will never get rich. If you don't pay attention to small matters, you will gradually ruin yourself. Okay. And the thing is that let's get back because there's more meat on the bone to that precept in the KJV. It says, a laboring man that is given to wine or given to drunkenness shall not be rich, because um, it's like eating healthy and drinking a diet coke. You know, like you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's why it's not ironic that the precept says these two things, they go together, because you falling little by little. It causes, you complacent, you know, um, you're not paying attention, or you're just letting it go. You got to have a stay with your fire lit within this gospel. We have to stay with our fire lit. We have to constantly look for things to improve. You have to be an engineer. You have to be a mechanic to yourself. And that's why the scriptures say when it says examine yourself, they don't tell you to look and say, oh, my oil needs to be changed. Okay, I'll get to it. Okay. Because the scriptures tell you not to what? Do what? So we're going to go into the book of Sirach. It says, Sirach 5 and 7 says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. See, so, we shouldn't be, like, we don't have the time that we think we have, you know. Just because the opportunity exists, don't mean it always going to exist like that. All right. You could wake up every day, you got the same 24 hours, but you don't have the same 24 hours. Okay. You might have an appointment in the morning. You might wake up sick. Something bad might happen. So even though there's the same 24 hours in a day, it's not the same 24 hours. So, and even if it's consistent, you know, every time you wake up, it's sun outside. Sometimes one day you might wake up and it's dark as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like abnormally dark, you know, a storm, a bomb, or, so, you trying to operate like everything is like that. Now you're supposed to be able to, take advantage of the moment, and that happens from being consistent within your practice. Exercising and rehearsing the righteous acts. So that's what we should be doing consistently, and you won't be caught out of position. You know, very very helpful thing to do. If you're always doing something right, you ain't got to worry about it. If you're always focused and locked in. We're gonna get this last precept. Um, Matthew 24:24 and 46, it says, "Blessed is a servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing." You know what I'm saying? And that's all we gotta do is really put our hands on something in sincerity and the truth, and something's gonna produce out of that. Okay? Some people might get, a gold nugget. Some people might get a little gold pebble, but you still got gold out of that. You know what I'm saying? Something is better than nothing. Okay? I don't care if you do 2 push-ups, it's better than no push-ups. All right? So, within its truth, always try to fine tune yourself. Always try to press forward. Don't get complacent, being comfortable, and don't just accept failure. You know, always look for improvement. You know, and when you get prideful, you can get upset at that reproof. Don't never get to a place that you can't receive reproof. Don't ever get to a place that you think because your performance is on point that's the end all be all. Aka complacency. And don't become arrogant. Because it's a blessing from the Lord to teach this gospel. You know. So hopefully this is edifying. With that being said, give all praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, and Kakadash. Double honor to our apostles who are elders who do well. Blessings, citations to you brothers out there teaching and doing truth sincerity. Shalom.